The Connecticut Valley is a rift valley. It's full of rift sediments deposited here about 200 million years ago when Africa started to pull away from North America. As recently as 20,000 years ago, all of New England was covered by a continental scale glacier that was approximately 10,000 feet thick. So 2 miles above us at this spot was ice. When the ice melted, it dropped rocks, mud, sand that was captured in the ice as it flowed to the south. The landscape here is now draped with the droppings of that ice. The geologists will call this glacial till. It makes the rolling landscape that we see. It's not so good for farming. You can see here behind me this wall of large boulders that were dropped by that ice that would have been scattered over this field at MacLeish. Farmers who lived here piled the rocks to make this stone wall to line their field and to mark their property. Underneath the blanket of glacial till that covers MacLeish, there is hard rock, bedrock, ledge. In this case, it is schist of the Waste River Formation. You can see an alignment here because the rock was squeezed when there were high mountains here about 400 million years ago. High mountains meaning there was about 20 kilometers of rock on top of this to do the metamorphism. The mountains weren't that high, but they've all been eroded. That 20 kilometers have been eroded away to let us see this rock today at MacLeish. There's a large, unusual hole in the ground here. It's not just a simple hole in the glacial till, it's a hole into the bedrock. Whoever dug this hole was looking for something important. I have a piece of some of the rock that came out of the hole. There are a number of holes like this around the Northampton area. We know that at least some of those had lead in them, galena, which was used to melt and make lead shot. One of the advantages of having a permanent research station like MacLeish is that lots of experiments can take place here over a long period of time. I'm standing above a vault in the ground which contains a digital seismograph, which is part of a national network in the EarthScope program. Seismic waves are recorded here all the time, and this is helpful to geologists around the country. The seismic station here is a 5-college seismic station, so it's supported by the geoscience departments at the 5 colleges.